Alright, NALCS, otherwise known as the Shit Fest. Alright, let's start her on up. It kind of sucks that you can't see the bands like right off the bat for this, but because they disappear. So I'm gonna start it off from when the bands are on the board. Wait, where are the bands? Alright, so here's the bands. So Team Impulse, they ban Rise, which is a good ban on purple side on this patch because Rise is a broken piece of shit. Sivir, that's good. That's a good ban because all tech, a lot of like the way Gravity plays is around Sivir, and Sivir's a broken champion. The Ahri ban makes no sense to me. I don't understand it at all, but maybe they know something I don't know. And Keen is playing. Hold on, let me look at this. Keen's mainly been playing on his main account, so let's see if he's been playing any. What is it? It's like Keen backwards, isn't it? I'm gonna research this. Let's see if Keen. Oh, those are the wrong bands? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. All right. Well, when are they gonna get the bands out? Do they ever get the bands out? What did they ban then? Those bands are. Hold on. Did they say what the bands are? Let me put the volume on.
Twisted Fate, Kog'Maw, and Lee Sin for Gravity.
Okay, Twisted Fate, Kog'Maw, Lee Sin. So TF. I can agree with that because they have counterpick, but I don't really think that Gate's a very good TF. He's like okay. Kog'Maw, they don't want to deal with AP Cog. I can understand that as well. That's also one of Gate's main champions. And they said Lee Sin. Lee Sin's a good pick into Nidalee. It's actually considered like a head-to-head matchup, like snowball pick. So I can understand why they did that. So that's okay. And let's see what the other team.
For Team Impulse, it was Rise, Callista, and Fizz. But as
so Rise, Callista, and Fizz. Rise, I definitely agree with. Fizz, maybe they wanted to pick Maokai. I'm not even sure how Fizz does against Shen. I think Shen can actually win that matchup pretty easily. So I don't know about the Fizz ban with that. But maybe they didn't want to deal with Fizz mid. Like Keen plays a lot of Fizz mid. And then what was the other one?
we expected the first
And Callista, right? So they wanted to get Sivir out of this, I guess. So I can understand the Callista ban, because they could have picked Callista here to counter the Sivir. So kind of just like interesting target bans from both teams. So we'll start playing this through. Let me pull up my chat again. Alright. So they banned, or say, they first picked Nidalee. So this is actually pretty bad out of Gravity to first pick Nidalee here. Because, I mean, yeah, you're taking... Their whole plan was like, ha! We'll just take away Nidalee from Rush, and, like, Moo can play it, and he'll win the game for us. Excellent. Like, that's the Gravity's master plan to, like... Whew! It's like, but wait a second. What is the counter to Nidalee? Hard engage, right? Like, Sivir rushing you, like, full-on hard engage, fast movement... Like running Nidalee down, like overwhelming her, right? So when they didn't ban Sivir, or they left Sivir up, I think they should have just first picked Sivir here. Like this is a big mistake out of Gravity to first pick this Nidalee. They should have first picked Sivir here because then that would make a threat to where if they pick the Nidalee, then they have a counter for it. But I guarantee you Gravity all week in scrims, you're like, oh, we'll just first pick Nidalee, and then they thought that these people would ban Sivir on purple side, but they didn't do it. So. Kind of an interesting ban pick error. I guarantee the fact that Team Impulse didn't ban Sivir kind of threw off Gravity really hard here. So they picked Sivir Shen. This gives them a way of engaging and a way of split pushing. Let's see what Gravity picks here. Let me speed this up a little bit. Speed it up a little bit more. And they pick Lucian into Sivir. See, I don't know. I don't think Lucian's very good. Like, some people think Lucian's, like, pretty good against Sivir, but it's like... I just don't think Lucian's a very strong pick right now. Like, I wonder what its win rates in solo queue are. Just to make sure. Because a lot of people are like, wow, like, Lucian has a low win rate in competitive play. Maybe it's just because NA and EU suck. So let's look at the champion that is Lucian in Challenger for ADCs. Let's see the win rate. You guys think it's going to be high? Oh, it's 63.64%. 11 games. Pretty good. I think Piglet's the only person who plays this. I guarantee half of these games are Piglets. Let's see what it is in Masters. 46%. So I think that that's too small of a sample size to really gauge. Like 11 games, I guarantee all those games are picked out of... It's probably like Piglet playing like Lucy and Braum or some stupid shit like that. Let's see what the win rate is in Korea. What we got here, boys? We got 49%. He's almost even. He's almost breaking even. Almost. He almost did it. And we'll look at Challenger for Korea. 57% with a small sample size. So it seems in Challenger, as a counter pick, it seems like an okay pick. Maybe Korea just doesn't know how to play it. Let's look at Europe. We'll look at Europe and then we'll go on with the band picks. 51% in Challenger and Master. 52%. All right, not that bad. Not that bad of win ratios. All right, fine. I'll take the Lucian pick. We can go with it just because I know it's good against Sivir. I know it's a good matchup. Wait, 38 games is a small sample size. Hold on, I'm gonna prove my point real quick. 1 second, and then we'll go on. I'll show you a large sample size. So let's go to North America. Let's go to statistics. Let's go to Challenger. Let's look at another commonly played ADC called Kalista, who's also banned in almost every fucking game. Wait, where's she at? 84 games. Like, look, there's a lot of champions that have much larger sample size. That's like almost, that's double the sample size. Sivir, 59 games. It's actually not that many more. 102 games out of the Tristana. Dude, Tristana's has a high win rate. Tristana, right here. Bam. Anyways. Let's go back on with the game. I don't think Lucian's that good, but I can understand the pick. It's good against Sivir. I'm okay with it. But then they pick the Maokai. This is what I don't agree with. So they pick this tank top against Shen, right? So Shen is a split pushing champion, and there's a lot of champions that can actually counter Shen, but then they see it's Shen too, right? They're like, okay, this has to be Shen top. I mean, it could be support, like Adrian's played it some, but I don't think that they should have picked their top lane here. I think they should have held off on their top lane here, and they should have just picked their support. Like, blinding a support here would be completely fine. Like, you could pick Braum, you could pick, Janna. You can pick like a lot of things here. Like, there's a lot of supports you can pick here. Like, Braum's a pretty safe fucking pick. Alistar was up, I'm pretty sure. Like, you could have just picked your support here. I think Shen can actually beat Fizz, but yeah. Okay, move my webcam. All right, I'll do that. Damn, my webcam is like all lopsided too. All right. Put it up at the top. All right. So then they pick Alistar. So right now, this is what Gravity's stuck with. They first pick Nidalee. They have no way of splitting against Shen, and then they have this like ridiculous engage. Like every single one of these champions can initiate on the, like Alistar gives initiation, Eve gives initiation, Shen gives initiation, Sivir gives initiation. You see the theme of Team Impulse's comp? They're like, wow, if they just first pick Nidalee, we're just going to pick initiation on every one of our fucking champions. And then we can also do the bomb thing where we put Shen ultimate on Eve and then flank any one of these targets. So you have all these initiation tools that are just going to run straight by the Maokai. And they're just going to go off, man. So let's see how they respond. Like, Gravity's like, they have a lot of initiation. Like, should we go with poke or should we just go with team fight? Like, what do we do here? Like, what should be our pick here? I don't think it should be Orianna. I don't think it should be Orianna here, man. I know they blind picked Orianna. Blind picking Orianna when Azir is up is not too good. I think they should have picked Azir here, to be honest. They need some way of... Or to Victor. They need some way to punish the engage, and I don't think Orianna's good enough of a punishment. Like, yeah, they have the Janna here. Like, I mean, this is like an okay team fight comp, but if you look at it compared to Team Impulse's comp, you have like this non-mobile mid laner that can just get like pile drive by like if you have Shen, Eve, and Alistar running at you with Sivir ultimate on. I don't think the Janna's gonna save you from Orianna. Like I don't think she's gonna do anything like that. And then I don't think Nidalee can't save you. Maokai might be able to save you, but I don't think that's gonna do shit because you're not gonna see the Evelynn before it's too late. You know. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen... I mean, I'm pretty sure they had a counter pick. Well, Kog'Maw was banned, wasn't it? Yeah, Kog'Maw was banned. I would have liked to have seen an Azir here. Or a Victor. Definitely would have liked to see an Azir or a Victor. And I would have liked to have seen a Braum. I wanted to see a Braum on this rotation, the third pick. I want to see it. It was like Braum Lucian's really strong lane. So this should have been a Braum. This should have been a Azir or Victor. And this should have been the top lane. And it had to be a fucking counter pick to Shen. Like, they needed to have a Shen counter pick. But you can tell they didn't have a Shen counter pick ready. Because they just fucking went with Maokai. So, this is Gravity being pretty poorly prepared for Team Impulse's team comp. And they're just too cocky with the Nidalee pick. And then Team Impulse just ends up picking Azir, which is actually a counter pick to Orianna. You actually outrange her in lane, and you outrange her in team fights. So, pretty much all of Team Impulse's lanes are doing pretty okay. And the team comp just fits pretty well. Like, nobody can really threaten the Azir in this team comp because... you have like all four of these champions engaging, and then you just have Azir just sitting in the back just like shitting on people. And he also has engaged too on top of that. Would Vlad be good versus their picks? No, it would not, because how do you win the game then? I don't know. I don't really think Vlad mid's that good anymore. Like, people got better at the game, so... Alright, let's skip towards the game. See how they start off. Speed this up a little bit. I mean, this is still when Azir's broken as shit. So I think they like. I don't understand why you wouldn't go with Azir here. All right. So both teams wanted to invade. You can tell. You see how they just like both run at each other, like, "Oh shit, son," and they get the standoff here. So pretty much, you can tell TIP's whole strat and Gravity's whole strat was revolving around, like, one side wanted to invade the other and just get deep vision so they could guarantee the 2v1 here. Or not guarantee the 2v1. They wanted Lucian Janna against Sivir Alistar. Like, that was Gravity's goal here. Because the way you win with Lucian is by winning lane. Like, he's a lane bully. And you have to win lane and snowball the lane and then get a CS advantage. But you guys will see it soon that they end up not getting the... they end up not getting the 2v2 like they wanted. And they end up losing out on that. So I think the fact that Gravity didn't get the 2v2 here actually really hurt them a lot. So we'll speed this up again. Well, would I have slotted as a Shen counter? I'm not going to say because that's giving away strats, man. We still got to play our playoffs, yo. There's a lot of Shen counters, though. There's at least like 10 of them. Alright, so TIP, they end up with the 2v1, which fits TIP. They're going to send Shen top. This is interesting. A lot of teams don't do this. They would go for a fast push and have Shen go with the jungler, or double jungle even, but for some reason they don't do that here. I don't think Impact should have gone up here. This is actually really fucking dangerous from him. Like, he should die for this, 100%. Even with Alistar coming, he should be dead right now. Like, right now he should be dead. Hold on, I want to see this. Why was Move late for the dive? Move, why are you late for this dive, friend? So he's with the Maokai. Alright, they're together. He's level 2. Wait, Move, don't go for the Scuttle Crab, you fool. You don't have time to do this. Alright, Move fucked this up so fucking bad. Move lost them the entire early game, if you look here. So imagine if Move was with Hanser right now, right? And they were all set up to do this dive and kill this guy, right? So what would happen is they would... Maokai would just like tank the turret shot, Nidalee would hit him with the spear, and then they would just dive him and kill him. But meanwhile, Move is too busy trying to do the Scuttle Crab and get some extra gold in. And he's just not there. He's not there for the dive. Like, look where Alistar is on the map and look where Evelynn is. If Gravity does this dive right, it's literally impossible for Alistar and Evelynn to get there in time because TIP messed up the 2v1 actually pretty bad. Wait, the dive has nothing to do with it. Like, if there's 4 people diving a Shen, they will kill him and they will be safe. Like, Janna should tank the first turret shot with an auto, and then she should tank like 2 to 3 turret shots, and then back off, and then by then Shen will be dead. He'll die instantly. He'll literally instantly die. But because Move isn't here, he's in the wrong position. He got greedy for farm. Look how late he is for this. And now he's here, but guess who's here to back up the Shen now? You have Alistar and you have Eve. They missed the spear on this. This is also a poorly executed dive too. Like Maokai wasn't in position because the wave wasn't there. So they just missed their whole timing window on this just because Move wanted to get that Scuttle Crab. Then Haunter goes to TP bottom. Now he doesn't have TP, and Shen's been sitting up here getting full XP the whole time. So I think both teams messed up the 2v1 here. TIP shouldn't have sent Shen top. That was a huge mistake. That was super dangerous to do that. He should have died 100%. He should have like 100% died there. And then Gravity messed up their 2v1 because Move was like pretty greedy and wanted to get that Scuttle Crab. So both teams played this 2v1 terribly. Pretty bad stuff. So Move's going to get the spear on Gate. Gate gets pressured, but he has heals, so he's going to make it out. Move misses the spear. Move's still level 2. And then where is he going? He's just going to be farming. And now you have a level 2 Maokai having to he has to farm against his Sivir that's had solo XP, so Maokai's not going to be able to pressure Sivir anymore. And you can see Evelyn, okay, Adrian's coming in to pressure Keen here, because he just got pressured by the Nidalee, so the wave's going to be pushing and he's going to play up, but he knows he's here, so he's not going to get the kill or anything. Well, so why am I having him this slow? And then Evelyn goes down here, because he knows Nidalee didn't get the red buff. He wants to kill Nidalee at red. This was his goal here, was to come behind Nidalee and kill her while she's doing it. But I think he kind of knew something was up when he saw the Alistar in mid lane, so he skipped the camp. So Nidalee ends up getting red buff, and then also what this allows is, in a lot of scenarios where you have your ADC just solo 1v1 against the top laner, you can bring the jungler in to kill the ADC, but that doesn't really happen here. So because they find out where Nidalee is. So now they have Lucian against Shen, which is not really what they want, because now Lucian can't be the lane bully to Sivir, and Sivir's just going to get a free laning phase, which is, it shuts down their entire point of picking Lucian. Like, the Lucian pick had to get the lane matchup against Sivir and had to kill him. And even if they send Lucian into the lane against Sivir now, Sivir's still like a level up on the Lucian. So you see how they're putting Lucian down there with, he has the buy. So now Sivir's probably going to push the lane up, and then she's just going to go back to buy, and she's going to use the fact that she has that half level advantage and just be A-okay in the lane. And no, don't even get into the NA versus EU, because I could go over every single EU game, including Fnatic's, and I guarantee both teams fuck up the 2v1 like almost every time. For some reason, people just like don't understand how to 2v1 properly. I don't get it. Pretty bad stuff, man. Alright, so Nidalee's catching this wave. Maokai's getting behind in farm. See, Nidalee's getting a lot of farm here, but you have level 4 Maokai against level 5 Shen. Shen also has Spectre's Cowl now, so Maokai can't do shit to pressure Shen. Like, Shen has 36 CS, Maokai has 17. So yeah. I don't, like, there's no way Maokai can do anything against Shen now. So Shen's just going to be able to free farm, split push all he wants, and put pressure. And then remember how I said that the Lucian pick was to pressure this Sivir lane? Now you have Sivir lane with Shen about to be level 6, and they can't fight anymore. Like, they can't put any pressure on the Sivir, or else the Shen will come in and kill them. So they're just going to get free farm or whatever. And he's gonna do doubles here. Yeah, like look at this. Sivir's just getting free farm here. So those Lucian pick is just not paying off because they didn't get the 2v1 properly. Alright. Yeah, see the Shen he's just bullying him out because he has Spectre's Cowl. Like if you get Spectre's Cowl this early in this matchup, there's no way that Maokai can pressure him or beat him at all. And now look at the wave frozen on bottom. Like you see how they're like holding the wave here? They don't know where Evelyn is, so Evelyn could get TP'd in with Shen at any point behind these people and kill them. It's like really dangerous to be where they are. Like Evelyn could be here right now, and he could be like going in with 4 man on them and killing him. So yeah, they have to play around that. They have to be really careful. And then you just have mid lane free farming. You have Evelyn farming. Thought CLG was pretty good at 2v1s. I mean, they're only good because people are bad. Alright, we're going to speed up this game a little bit because there's nothing happening in the early game. So he shifts in. The only reason he shifted in there is because they have this ward. See how they have this ward here and they find out where Evelyn is? He would never shift in like that unless they saw Evelyn. He knows Evelyn was top, so that's why he's playing super aggressive. See how he's like playing to win the lane now because he knows where Evelyn is? Alright, that's spell shield. But yeah, Nidalee comes down here, pressures a little bit, but she knows that she can't go that hard because Shen's missing. Like, Shen could be in base right now with home guards or some random shit. He's gonna just get the Sunfire. Like, they don't know where Shen is. Shen could be here waiting to Shen could be waiting to TP on this Evelyn at any point. See how the Evelyn's creeping in? So Evelyn wants to do a Shen TP dive here. But they don't even really need it just because they just kill him outright. I mean, they have level 6 Evelyn, so that's just the power of Alistar against Janna. Like, Janna is an okay pick into Alistar, but the fact that you can pull Flash like that on Janna just wrecks her. I would have definitely liked to see a Braum pick here instead. Especially since, like, Adrian really does like playing a lot of Janna. So, I don't know. I just don't like the Janna pick here. It seems useless. And then Rush does this crazy dive on them. They have Shen TP as well, or Shen Ultimate. Ends up getting the shield on him, and Rush barely makes it out here. It's a really nice flash by Rush, but hold on. I want to see how they end up like in this situation. So like, look at the bot lane. The bot lane's coming up to help, but Nidalee's boxing them in. Now you have Rush, who's like pretty much out of the fight, and all these people are being chased together. There's like 4v2. They should have just left him, dude. Oh, run! I would have just left. Yeah, I would have just left Adrian to die. Like, that would have been the best scenario there, was you just leave Adrian to die. Like, this could have lost TIP the game here. I would have been like, alright, Adrian, you fuck, son. See ya. And I would have just, like, left his ass. And just traded 1 for 1. And, like, gotten Maokai's TP out. Because you know why? Because if you got Maokai's TP out here, and Shen just only used his ultimate, that means you can set up for a TP play bottom. And just put Shen top against Maokai, and then put the ward behind the turret, and then just, like, 4v2, 4v3 dive them. And, like, Shen can't, or Maokai won't be able to come into the fight. So if TIP played that in a smarter way where they just let the Alistar die, reset the lanes, and then use the TP pressure, I think that could have been a lot better trade for them. So pretty badly played by TIP. They should have just, I mean, just let the fucking Alistar die, dude. Just leave him. You need to know when to leave a man behind. So Alistar's coming down here. Oh, you're dead, son. Wait, never mind. Nobody's there to follow up. Wait, why did Shen TP back to top? I don't like that he TP back to top here. Let me see here. When did he TP back to top? Was there a big wave? There wasn't even a big wave. I don't like this TP at all. This is a bad TP by Shen. They could have done a lot more with this. Like, that's one of the strengths of Shen is having TP pressure at all times. I mean, his ultimate is like halfway up, so I can understand that sense, but I don't know. Well, he does keep Maokai in lane. But the wave was in the middle. And Maokai needed it back. He didn't keep him in lane. Maokai went back. If you say so, Chris. He had Catalyst still. He could have stayed in lane. Alright. I'll only say it's an okay TP because Shen has halfway on his ultimate coming out. That's the only reason I'll say it's an okay TP. Had he not had that ultimate coming up so soon, I don't think it would have been that good. So I'll take it. I'll take the TP, dude. It's okay. And then Move just kills himself under turret. Impact has Spectre's Cowl, dude. You can't kill him. Alright, so they're going to end up getting Dragon here. They took bot turret already, so they're going to rotate their duo to top to get this turret. And this is just really well played by TIP right here. I don't know, why did they get set up in this situation? So, this is actually a result of the TP. See how he TP top and he made Hunters have to stay in lane? So Rush came up here really early with Adrian, and then they just took advantage of this. And like they rotated on this top turret so fast, because the moment they took that bot turret down, they instantly rotated top, all their people, and they just collapsed on it and took the turret. And because Shen TP top, he made it to where Maokai had to stay in lane. But I don't think Maokai should have stayed in lane anyways. I think that's just Hanser being greedy. Too greedy, man. Too damn greedy. Alright, so now they're going to go bottom. They know all their people are topside, so they're just going to go bottom to try to take a second tier turret to make them pay for sending other people top. Impact gets ulti, but he has Spectre's Cowl, so it doesn't do that much damage. He's really tanky at this point in the game. So they end up losing a turret. That was actually a favorable trade for Gravity there. Even though TIP did get a kill out of all that, I think that was a pretty good trade because they got 2 turrets for 1. Alright, that's pretty good. So now Gravity's ahead on the turret game, but the Shen is ahead on CS. Zera's behind on CS. Why are they keeping even gold? Like, they have even kills. I guess just the Shen CS is like making them matched. Oh well. But they are only down 1. Well, they're down a lot of turrets. I don't even know how they're even on gold, to be honest. Well, the third turret only went down because of the middle fight. Like that was just a result of the middle fight to begin with. So like I consider that turret already being down. All right, so now Altec's gonna rotate to get to the next turret. They're gonna have Janna back him up, but here's the Evelynn. Janna's also late to come help him as well. Interesting. Did Bunny not have ultimate up at that? Do you have ultimate at the start of this? Bunny should ulti right here. Like, right now. Right now. Right now. No, Bunny. Bunny ultied really late there. He could have maybe saved Lucian. Because if he let Lucian stay alive for a little bit longer, maybe Italy could have came in and healed. But, I don't know. They end up trading 1 for 1. But they're going to lose mid turret. They're going to trade mid turret for top. And I think Azir's going to go... Yeah, they have Azir Sivir mid. Like, this is a lot of pushing power. So they'll be able to take this pretty easily. So now they trade 2 for 1 turrets. So if you can see, it's just a big turret trading game. It's like, alright, we have some turrets down on one side of the map. We're just going to rotate over and get the turrets on the other side of the map. And you can see if a team knows that they're losing turrets on one side of the map, they just go to the other side of the map where they know there's no enemies. And they just go after those and... Oh, the headbutt. They just go after those and they take the turrets on that side. Jeez, that was scrappy. And then Eve just comes in and kills Move. Wait, why did Move go for that ward? That's super dangerous to go for that ward there. I don't like that out of Move. How would Fnatic versus GV play out? I think Fnatic would shit on GV. I think they'd shit on them pretty hard. Alright, so now the lanes are all settled out. There's no more turrets to use. Well, it's okay for Shen to use TP because he has ultimate. And he just wants to put lane pressure. Like, there's 2 different ways to play Shen. It's to use your TP, like, back to back to put pressure on a lane. Or it's to just use your ultimate to get out of lane and then just TP back into lane to put even more pressure on their top laner and punish them. So he's playing it the latter way. Alright, so now they're getting deep vision on the bot side. What is Gravity's next goal is to get mid or top turret. But Maokai can't really pressure the Shen, and so now they always have this Shen pressure, and Shen's ultimate's up, so TIP can use this Shen pressure to make plays on bottom, and Gravity knows that they don't have Maokai TP. Jesus Christ. Like, look at this engage, dude. Like, this is what they have to deal with. Like, this is the Evelynn pressure at this point with AP. Like, look at this shit. And they have they don't even use Sivir ultimate. It's not even up. They just run in and just murder this guy. And then Maokai can't do any... Like, Nidalee's not going to save you from that. I don't know. I would have liked to have seen a Braum instead. Like, I don't think Braum would have saved him there either, but... Maybe the lane phase could have been better. I don't know. And now Shen ultimate's up too, so they can't even fight back on bottom. Like, GV doesn't have TP, and TIP has TP because they have Shen ultimate, so... Pretty much TIP can do whatever they want on the bottom side of the map. Alright, so now TIP is set up for this dragon. They have TP advantage, so this should be a free dragon for them. I think TIP should pressure this dragon a little bit harder than they. I think they should have just taken it right there. I mean, like how close did Maokai get? Let me see. Oh no, Maokai was coming down. All right, this is good that they do this. No, this is good that TIP backs off here. TIP backs off because they have Shen pushing top, and Maokai shows up, right? So Maokai doesn't have TP, so he just walks down. So TIP is smart. They play the game slow, and they're like, all right, let Shen push top and make Maokai come back to top lane. Because look at this, Maokai knows that he knows now that they have to basically force dragon. That's their only real play, or else Shen will take top turret for free. And then if he goes up top to protect the top turret, then they lose dragon for free. Wait a second. Why did TIP just get? Why did they just trade this? Were they sitting on a? Are they sitting on a lot of gold or something? What? Oh, Evelyn doesn't have ultimate, I guess. I don't know, man. I feel like they should have fought this. They have okay vision too. What? Let me see what Sivir goes back and buys, and I'll decide if this is a good play or not. He goes and buys Zeal. That's 1,100 gold. And Azir goes and buys, no, they shouldn't have given that dragon. I don't like that at all. And they didn't get top turret out of that either. I don't agree with that. I mean, I guess they're scared because they don't have Evelyn ultimate. Alright, whatever. If you want to give the dragon then. Just because you don't have Evelyn ultimate. Like, they're playing around Evelyn ultimate, so I'm fine with it. Like, Evelyn gives you a lot of initiation, so I can understand why they would give up the dragon there. I don't think they should have gave up the dragon, but I can understand why they did. Alright, so now both top laners have some form of TP up. So now TIP is going to do the same thing where they put Shen top, put pressure on the top, and then just have everybody else bottom. This is interesting that TIP is doing this point in the game, because Gravity can actually pressure Baron here pretty hard at this point. They're just pressuring this turret. Lucian has to come down here. Yeah, I think TIP. Look at when they sent Lucian top. I think TIP just called Gravity, because like Gravity, a normal team would just be like, all right, Baron's coming up. We need to send our ADC top and have our TP bottom, right? Like that's a pretty standard call. But TIP is just like, you know what? I don't think you'll do Baron. I don't think you got it in you. And they have like plenty of vision, right? So TIP just like rotates all their people bottom, has Sivir push bottom, and they basically predict what Gravity's gonna do, right? Like Gravity is in the mindset like we need to move all our people to top side to defend the Baron. And TIP is just basically playing chicken with them, and they're like, alright, are you gonna do the Baron? Or are you gonna like come down here and hold this shit? And then like Lucian's like, oh fuck, they're actually not doing Baron. Then they bring everybody down here to hold this. Because they know they don't have a tank that can tank the Baron at this point in the game. Like nobody has armor. I'm pretty sure they called this based on the itemization. They're like, hey man, they won't fucking do Baron. They don't got the armor to do it. I mean, they could if they invested all their people, but then they'd probably just lose an inhib for free. Alright, so now Shen's going to go bottom. He's just going to match the Maokai. And TIP is going to do that, where they just send all their people top, and they're going to try to get control of top. And they're going to move all their vision to top side to try to control this Baron. And they're just going to have Shen pressure the Maokai, because they want to get Maokai's TP out. If they can get Maokai's TP out, then that means free Baron for TIP. So let's see what they do to get the TP out. I can't remember what they do in this game. Alright. You can build whatever you want on Evelyn. You build what you need for your team comp. And they know they have Shen as a tank and Alistar as a tank, so that's why he built full AP. Alright. So now they have Shen pressuring bottom. Look at all this vision they have. They have vision here and here, and they saw Nidalee back. They just saw Nidalee back, right? And they know that Gravity has no vision on Baron. I'm pretty sure they swept this before at some point. So they also have 2 pink boards as well, and there's like, alright, Nidalee back, and you have no vision on Baron. We're just gonna do the Baron. Like, they have an insane Baron team. Like, Shen's really good at doing Baron because of the heal, and they also have, like, this full damage Evelyn, and they have, the Azir and everything, so really good Really good call by TIB there. They did that because they saw Nidalee backed. I want to see how the fight gets set up though. So Shen backs up because he knows he has to ulti in. He taunts their engage to make sure the engage isn't coming in. Because if it, you notice how instead of taunting the carries, Impact taunts the engage, right? Because he taunts Hanser, that means that their backline, they can't get on it. Most shitty Shen players would have tried to taunt the backline. I'm like really want to point this out here. Like this is really smart by Impact to do this. He knows their only way of engaging and getting on their backline is Hanser, right? So like watch him taunt him when he comes in. He comes in. He knows that their people are zoned out, right? Because that soldier's there. He's like, wow, they can't get through that choke anymore. So he taunts Hanser. He's like, this is their only engage, right? So now he stuffs their engage. Hanser W's on Apollo. But he spell shields it. And then Adrian's just gonna ult. He flashes the Orianna ultimate. Because he flashed the Orianna ultimate, like that guaranteed that he wouldn't die here. Now that the Orianna ultimate's out, and Adrian just headbutted Lucian out as his like last thing before he dies. Like he's keeping, see how he exhausts him? Like look how much time the Alistar is wasting and like keeping Ultec occupied. Meanwhile, this leaves all the carries to do whatever the fuck they want to do because Keen doesn't have his ultimate anymore. And then Rush is just like murdering everybody with his damage. And now this is where the real damage comes in. Like Gates able to do free damage now. Like watch Gates damage here. This is his ear, ladies and gentlemen. Wait, he's not doing anything at all. He just like queued them one time and he's running around in circles. Get in there, Gate! Get in there! Alright, well they just two-shot that Janna right there. But anyways, that's that. Oh yeah, he doesn't die, but he's still like Adrian actually played that fight really well. He pretty much kept Lucian occupied the entire fight and like cock blocked him. So that was pretty good out of Adrian there. Like he just took Lucian completely out of the fight. Well, he couldn't kill the Alistar because he exhausted him and flashed away. Like watch Lucian this whole fight. Adrian's just like, all right, man, you gonna come through here? Wait, he misses his pulve. Whatever, he headbutted him out, so it doesn't matter. They just exhaust Lucian. Yeah, he didn't kill the Alistar. He like kept Altec so busy there. He pretty much just, yeah, Altec wasn't in the fight at all. Excellent, dude. Alright, so Sivir's just gonna push bottom with this Baron. They know that they have Shen TP, so this is like smart. This is smart out of TIP. They're like, okay, we're gonna use Baron to the maximum effect. So they send one of their TPs topside to use the Baron buff to push this in. Then they send their other three mid, and mid can rotate to either lane top or bottom, right? And they have Sivir pushing this lane up bottom. Like it's pretty hard for them to catch Sivir because she has Spell Shield and her E in her ultimate. She can just run away if they decide to go after her. So this is really smart by TIP to get all the waves pushed in and then put pressure. And they're just gonna go bottom. They're just gonna, yeah. TIP's main goal here is to get all the rest of the outer turrets down. You see how Hunter has to deal with these Baron buff minions? Like Maokai is not that good at killing Baron buff minions. It takes him a while. So Rush is getting in a position where he can flank. Gets Shen ultied. Jesus Christ, he does a lot of damage. Move, just runs into the wall and dies instantly. Wait, why were they trying to get this flank here? Hold on a sec. Were they trying to get vision? What are they doing up here? Why is he up here? They don't see him on pink ward or anything, do they? Wait, no, he does get spotted. Why does that exclamation mark come up here? Was there a pink ward there? Maybe he hit a Nidalee trap. Does anybody know why the exclamation mark came up here? See that shit? That's weird. Is it because he's in tower range and there's a ward over the wall? That's a really interesting mechanic. So we're trying to pop the Evelynn before she could get in position, but I don't think they should be fighting them when they had the Baron here. It seems kind of weird. But they're already so far behind. Alright, I didn't even know that did that. That if there's a ward there and you walk near tower like that, it'll reveal you. But that's why they made that play. It's because they saw Evelynn. They're like, alright, if we can kill Evelynn, we'll stuff their Baron and they won't be able to use it. So I can understand the engage. But they end up just getting shit on for it. And now there's a 6k gold lead. TIP is going to get their first dragon, so that's going to power them up a lot. So, wait. Oh, they didn't even get the inhibitor. Alright, never mind. I thought they got the inhibitor. I'm spacing out. Alright, so what are they going to do with their Baron? They got 1 kill and 1 turret out of that Baron, and a dragon. It's like an okay dragon, I think. I mean, they don't really have the best siege comp outside of Azir. But I think they could have maybe got a little bit more. I don't know. I guess their ultimates were down. I'm fine with it. Like, that's pretty good to get out of a first Baron. If you don't have, like, a true siege comp. Alright, so they're just gonna keep Impact pushing here. Like, nobody can kill Impact at this point. He's way too fucking tanky. So he just keeps Maokai occupied. He's just gonna keep the CS advantage. And now Maokai doesn't have TP, but Shen does. So, TIP basically just need to make a play on the opposite side of the map. Like, they need to send Shen bottom. Yeah, they're gonna do that here. They're gonna send Shen bottom, and they're gonna move all their pieces to top side. Because Baron's gonna be up in the next, like, 2-3 minutes, something like that. And if they can just keep Gravity pinned into their base with just constant pressure, having the TP advantage, then they can just get Baron for free pretty much. And see how they send Shen bottom? Like, Shen's going to be pressuring bottom. Maokai doesn't have TP, but he will have it up for the Baron. But he can't get in there right now, so TIP is going to use this timing window. It's like a very small timing window where Maokai doesn't have TP to get this top turret and to get control of the top side jungle. What is Keen doing? I mean, he can't really do much, man. He's like Orianna, and like, he has, if Evelyn's anywhere, like, Evelyn can, like, one-shot him at this point. Like, she does so much fucking damage. Like, if Evelyn comes in with Shen ultimate and they get on top of Orianna, she'll just get murdered. So he has to be super careful and, like, sit there and, like, make sure mid-wave's constantly pushed. So Keen basically can't do anything in this game. I don't really agree with the Orianna pick at all. I don't think it was very good. Why you got 20-minute tier? I mean, your guess is as good as mine, friend. He wasn't getting blue buffs, I know that. He was trying to build Seraph. Yeah, I don't know why he got 20-minute tier. That seems kind of interesting. Kind of like interesting stuff. So Shen's just gonna push up mid here. He's just making sure to keep all the waves pushed constantly. Oh. Alright, well, Baron's not up for another 90 seconds. I think... Oh, Gate got chunked. So they need to go back. And they probably need to get more wards, too. Yeah, Alistar has no wards. So basically just like, alright, let's reset. And everybody get pink wards if you can. And get wards on Alistar. And they're gonna spend this minute to set up for this Baron. And then they'll also just send Shen back to bottom to keep the Maokai pressured. Or wait, he has a pink ward, too. So that basically shows that Shen wants to be there with the team. Yeah, and Move ends up getting cut out here. Wait, what was he even doing here? Hold on, what was he doing here? So he's here by himself. Janna's not there, and he's trying to control vision by himself when he has no idea where, like, any of the people in their team are. So this is actually really bad by Move. This is a really bad game by Move, the more I think about it. Move, like, actually, Move lost them this game, pretty much. He fucked up the 2v1 swap, and he got caught, like, multiple times. I don't know. And they also saw Move back on a ward, so they ended up getting Baron out of that. Like, if I think of, like, everything that happened to lead up to this loss, I'd say it's, like, a lot of ban pick phase and a lot of Move playing really badly. Interesting stuff. Holy shit. That fucking taunt by Impact. And because they killed Move and everybody came to... Oh, I'm gonna, like, go over this fight here. Alright, so because Move ends up getting caught out here, it ends up baiting them into this crazy fight. And Shen has ultimate. So, yeah, they just can't kill Rush. Like, look at that Shen ultimate on top of Rush. Like, Rush doesn't really have a lot of health, but he has armor and magic resist. So if you put a health pull on top of that by giving him, like, the 600 or whatever the fuck shield from Shen, it's going to make him way tankier. Like, look at Rush in this team fight. Like, they just can't do shit to him. And then they just... I'm going to go back to the start. I'm going to play this slow, because I want to, like, really, like, capture this team fight. So he gets him. Alright, so he's out. But you're like, ha! We got Rush. We'll kill him. It's like, wait. Rush is so fucking tanky. He has, like, Shen ultimate and Evelyn ultimate here. He's so tanky, dude. So they use Jan ultimate. That's her disengage. Like, Azir's not even there. Like, look where Gate is, dude. Gate's just like, hey, man. I'm winning us the game, dog. It's like, get him, Gate. And Hanser's just stuck in the middle of a whole bunch of people. Look, Impact's zoning out everybody. Basically, King can't get into the fight to do his shit because of this. So Shen gets a really good ultimate or taunt off on Altec, zones them out of the fight, and Rush is just beelining for them. They do get a good Orion ultimate off here, but it doesn't really matter because Azir wasn't even in the fight to begin with. Yeah, like Azir wasn't even here to begin with. So Azir just comes in and does the cleanup. He like puts up a soldier, like autos him once. And Impact was pretty much like Impact and Rush is pretty much hard carried this fight. Like they just like shit on this whole fight. Like this game was the Impact and Rush show. Like they just hard carried this game. Adrian played pretty good too though. Yeah, I really like the Shen Evelyn team comp. It's like a classic team comp. It's like the submarine team comp. I like the team comp a lot. I think this is a really good reactionary team comp to TIP knew that if they first picked Italy, they would build a team comp like this, and Gravity just kind of walked right into it, and they didn't do anything to stop it. And he just gets bopped here, yo. Yeah, Gate's just like, I'm helping, guys. Did you see me put the Sand Soldier down? I used one spell and autoed him. It's like, good job, Gate. Thanks for showing up. That's literally all Gate does this whole fight. He just shows up and like, he's like, eh. Oh wait, how does Alright, hold on. I want to see how he gets caught out here. 1 second. So Baron's coming up, right? It's live. So this is their way of baiting it. Evelyn runs up, ultimates Janna. They cut off Hanser. And they're just like, this is smart by them to just go on and kill Hanser here. Even though they clump up pretty hard, they could get Orion ultied. But they only end up getting Rush and Adrian, who are like the two of the tankiest peoples on their team. Meanwhile, Sivir and Azir are just completely fine to do whatever the fuck, and because they have Sivir ultimate, they're able to like just run them down, and they just get cleaned up because of that. Like after that Orion ultimate's out, Gravity have no real way of punishing TIP for engaging on them, and that a lot of that comes from having the Nidalee pick and the Janna pick here. Like Janna doesn't punish engages very well. She just like kicks people away. She doesn't punish engage, and Nidalee has no way of punishing engages whatsoever. So because they gave up the Sivir here, and like they have all this engage and rundown pressure. They just get shit on because of it. I think they should have picked Braum. Definitely should have picked Braum here. And they shouldn't have gave up Sivir. I don't know why they gave up Sivir here. Oh dear. And they just lose Baron, and now they're gonna be over 10,000 gold behind. And Gate's just like, hey guys, I'm pushing. I got this. Look at me! I got mid-turret. So they have to send Shen to go deal this bot wave, but Shen also has TP and ultimate on top of Hanser. So now all TP has to do is just send Shen bottom, use the fact they have 2 TPs, and then just keep them pinned in top and just siege. Like, Rush is really low, but they know they have this moment where they can pressure. So they get this turret, they're going to use the Baron recall probably, and then just go right back into a lane and do this. Dragon is also up as well, so, but it's so far from Dragon being their win condition, I don't really think they give too much of a fuck about it. What do I think of Gate? He's okay. I don't think he's like... I think against good mid laners, he'd probably get like beat up pretty hard. Like, luckily he had the counter pick on Keen here, so that helped him out a lot. And Keen also picked a bad blind pick in Orianna, so... I would basically want to see Gate play on blue side where the enemy has counter pick and see how he plays it. Because that really determines like what a good mid laner is. And then on top of that, they had like Shen Eve pressure. Like, that's so much pressure to have behind you as a mid laner. Like, you can pretty much do whatever the fuck you want to do and you can win the game. Alright, so they end up getting the dragon with their Baron. Just run up and get it. They have half their Baron left, so they need to send Shen into one of these lanes and then push the other lane with their Baron. And use the fact that they have TP advantage on them. Because they can actually dive at this point. Like, Evelyn is pretty fucking tanky with it. They have a level 3 Shen ultimate on him. Like, if you include Evelyn ultimate and Shen ultimate, he has like probably like 3,000, or he probably has like 4,000 health pull or something. Like 4,000 to 5,000 health pull, depending on how good of an Evelyn hold he gets. So he's really fucking hard to kill, because he has Lock in the Air and Solari too, so he's just super fucking tanky. And he does enough damage to kill their carries, because he went Runeglaive with Abyssal. And he has Baron buff, which is also really good on Evelyn, because Evelyn's Q and her E has high AP and AD ratio. So Baron is just like super good on Evelyn. So they're just gonna come in here. Well, the spectator thing's bugged, but they're just gonna get this mid turret, I guess. That's pretty free mid turret. I mean, the game's just over at this point. It's just a matter of like TIP walking up and taking turrets. I'll just speed it up. Like, there's pretty much nothing that TIP can do now. See how Evelyn's in the middle of the base because she can flank them? And she just gets the flank off here, and they just kill everybody. And, like, they only Orion ultimate the Alistar, so that doesn't do shit. So, yeah. Pretty rough stuff. I'd say this is, like, just a terrible ban pick phase out of Gravity here. Like, they just got crushed in the ban pick phase. This is, like, the worst ban pick phase I've ever seen them have. So it's pretty bad, man. But oh well, that's the game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna put this up on YouTube if you missed it. And also if you guys like the VODs and want to see any other ones, you can always subscribe to the channel and always have all the VOD reviews on the YouTube. No, I'm not gonna review any other games. I think this game was good enough. I definitely don't want to review the TSM game. Not down with that, man. Not down with that at all. But, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna play some solo queue now, I think. I wanna play some Tom Kench. I'm feeling it right now. He's fun. Why don't teams do more pick ban strategy? I already explained, like, why Gravity fucked with the pick ban. Because they thought that if they'd get Nidalee, they're like, wow, like, we took Nidalee away from fucking TIP. Like, Rush isn't gonna hard carry the game of Nidalee. Like, they were so blinded by that they didn't realize, it's like, wait a second. We forgot that they didn't ban Sivir on purple side, and we also forgot that they're going to build this full hard engaged comp, but we're not going to do anything against it. Like, we're not going to pick any picks